Hello everyone, in this video I will show you how to build this Spotify tool using Bubble. This is quite a long video, so I cut it in two parts. This is part 1 where we'll focus mainly on getting data from the Spotify API. A detailed summary of everything we'll do is in the description box. We have a lot of work, so let's get started. Okay, so now we can begin. The first step is to connect our app to the Spotify API. So to do this, we have to install the API connector plugin. There we go. Let's click on install. We're done. So now we have to add the API. Let's go ahead. I will call this API was Spotify. The flow will be the user agent flow. And if you're not sure how to do it, you can check the Bubble manual that explains exactly what you have to do. So we need the app ID, the app secret, the scope, and this is it, because the notification will go in the header. Also, make sure to check this, because if you don't, it won't work. And I spent like hours wondering why my flow didn't work, and it was just because I didn't check this box. So make sure that you do it. Okay, so now I have to go into my dashboard and get my client ID. I'm going to get my app secret off camera, because as the name shows, it's secret. So I'll be back soon. So now I got my app ID and my app secret. All I need is the scope. So what are the scopes? If you go in the and you read the documentation, you will see that scopes are what you need to set in order to get the authorization to do certain things. For example, let's take this scope. Well, if I want the user of my app to be able to upload custom playlist cover images, I need to have this scope. For now, I think I'm going to add all of them, because, well, in case I want to add more functionalities in the future, at least this will be covered. So I went ahead and copied all the scopes here. So I'm going to copy paste in my app. Okay, I'm good. And well, now we need to set those 3 URLs. Well, Bubble tells us how to do it, so it's perfect. Let me just go ahead and copy paste them. Okay. Let's go ahead. Perfect. So now technically we're done. Let me make sure that everything is okay. So what we need to do next is, as I explained, we need to set up a login workflow to see if it works. So let's go ahead and do that. Just going to add a login button. Oh, this button is huge, but whatever. Let's go ahead, log in. We're going to create the workflow like this, start a workflow. So when button login is clicked, what we need to do is to sign the user up with a social network. So don't pick this one, pick the third option. And the OAuth provider will be Spotify. So now let's see if it works. We're going to go into preview. Before going into preview, I just forgot to tell you that you have to take this URL and you have to go ahead and add it to your you have to add it here. So you have to add the redirect URL here. So I already done that. So now I can go ahead and test the app. So I'm just going to click on login and it should open the Spotify connection window. There it is. So I'm going to be able to say okay, and I should be in. Perfect. So now we have this success message, and now we're going to be able to add our API calls. So now that we can log in, the next step is to define what we want to do with the Spotify app. So the first thing I want to do is I want to be able to retrieve the playlist of the users. So I need to go ahead and get the playlist. So the endpoint I need is this one, get the list of users playlist. So let me go ahead and check this. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is get the current users playlist. So this is the endpoint. I'm going to create the call in Bubble. So you have to go back to the plugins tab, expand. Oh, token is not valid anymore. Okay, let's go ahead. Okay, so we're good. So we're going to get have to expand first. We're going to call this get the users. This is a get request, so we have to do this. The only parameters we need is limit. This is optional. And yes, okay. There we go. So now let's go ahead and try to initialize the call to see if it works. Perfect. So now I have all the fields that will, all the values that will be returned with this call. So, okay, perfect. So you see 20 because by default the limit is 20, but we can extend it to I think 50. So perfect. So I have the URL of the playlist, the ID, the name, the owner name. Yeah, pretty much have everything. Limit number. Perfect. Okay, so this seems good. So this call works. So I'm going to do the same thing for all the call I need, and then we're going to move on to the fun part, the design. I'm just going to get back here. So maybe I'm going to put it here. Also, I like showing the grid when you design. I think it's way easier to design this way. So here you got the grid. It seems it's centered. Well, center rotating. Okay, it's centered. Now I'm going to add a headline. Let's call this nicer. Then for the appearance, I think maybe we can add a style, because this is going to be H1. And let's add a style that I will use with all my title. So let's go titles. What is this text? Yes, text. Okay. So I'm going to look for the I think the font was named Gala. Oh yeah, they have it. So let me try this one. Let's see. Okay, so I like the way this looks. Let's make it bigger though. Let's try 36. Okay, sounds good. And center. I think we're good. So now I can go back to my design and just add this style. Perfect. And I'm going to add a new text over there. Try to center it. And center this. Well, I think I'm going to lower it, because then when I will add the footer and the header, I will need some space. So let's lower that. Okay. Let's also create a style for this. So this is going to be text. And I'm also going to pick the same font. I really don't know if this font was good or no. I mean, I like it, but I suck at design. Let's pick 500 because I think it should be okay. That's good. So maybe I'm going to go into paragraphs instead. It's going to be easier to. Okay, perfect. So I can go back and apply the style. Oh, sorry. So where are the styles? Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Sure. So let's add a line. I'm going to say a better way to organize your Spotify library. So yeah, I think we can make this bigger. Let's see how it looks like. I think it's going to look very yeah, very plain. What can I do? Well, I think I'm going to make everything bigger. Try 50. Okay, for paragraphs, I'm going to make this 30. Okay. So I actually don't let me add login with Spotify. really don't care about the design so far because it's only like a little weekend project, MVP, so I don't think that spending a lot of time on the design is worth it. Well, so I'm going to be done so far. So this is going to be the home page. Maybe I can add some, I don't know, some cool illustrations or something. I don't know, but so far I'm just, it's not a priority so far. So let's move on.
Okay, this is me from the future. Just wanted to let you know that I won't show you how to design this little menu because I ended up removing it, but I will include a link to a tutorial that will show you how to do it in the description. Okay, back to building.
So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create, yeah, this needs to be a repeating group because the goal is to have like your the top 3 tracks of the month. Let's put it in. Yeah, this is too big. Maybe I need to just maybe 40 would be better. And no, let me try 36. Okay, so let me try to put it on the line. Okay, perfect. And now what we can add is a little, I want a repeating group like this. So this repeating group will have 3 rows because, 3 columns, sorry, 3 columns and 1 row because I want to display the tracks. So now that's where the fun begins. So what the content that we need is here. So if you go back to the API plugin, that's what I need. And to know what it looks like, I just have to click on reinitialize the call. So that will let me know what I need. So what I need to get, what I want is the image. So album is image. Okay, I need the image over there. I don't think I need the album name. I just think I need the image and maybe the URL because I want the people to be able to click and play the track. So here I have all the information I have to retrieve. The track name, yes, I think I'm going to get the track name and the artist name and the image, and that will be good. So there I go. So I'm going to go back to the workflow, to the design page, and I'm going to choose the content I want to get. So here what I want is user stop track. Perfect. So this is going to be the type of the content. Now let me remove the style. Maybe I'm going to create a new one. So where is the roundness? I want to make it a bit round. Oh yes, there they are. So maybe let me make this a 20. Let me add some. So I'm just playing around. I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh yes, so I wanted shadows. So what is this? Is this inset or outset? I would say this looks like outset. Yeah, okay. Sounds great. Looks great. So this is what we got. Maybe I'm going to get rid of the borders because it looks ugly. Okay, perfect. It's looking, I guess, let's see. Okay, I guess it's nice so far. I mean, anyway, the design, I mean, I'm not a designer again, so it's not like it has to look perfect. Let me try to play around with this. What is this going to do? Okay, I mean, I'm literally like a kid in a candy store, just trying everything. I guess maybe I'm going to lower the it's maybe a little bit too strong, so maybe I'm going to make it a 2 instead. And oh, this looks weird. Let me make it a 4. And I think that maybe I need to get that to no to a 1. This is better. Okay, anyway, we don't care about this. So the goal is to have like an image over there. So it's going to be the album's image. And what I like about repeating groups is that, oops, now we cannot see it, but if I do it here, then this will be repeated in the other boxes. So I only have to design this part of the repeating group, and then this part will be automatically copied and pasted here. So we have one issue, of course, because I haven't filled the image. So this is where we're going to play. So what we need is to insert some dynamic data. So it's going to be the current user stop track items image. So albums image, and it's going to be a URL. So let's see how it looks like. Okay, we got nothing. Why? So one thing that is interesting when you have something that does not work, you just use the inspector, and they say that the source is empty. Okay, I made a rookie mistake. I always forget to fill this. Yeah, I have the type of content, but I don't have the data source. So of course it's not going to work. So I have to go get data from an external API. It's going to be the Spotify user top tracks. And the time, yes, okay, parameter time range, okay. And then items. Now I have to fix it. What's it? So I'm going to insert there. So current is the items, albums, images, URL. This should be good. Let's try again. Doesn't work. Okay, so let's click to see what's wrong. Oops, so this is the image source. Yeah, I think the problem is that this evaluates to there's like 3 URLs. So what I have to do is go ahead and pick the first item. So URL, we find URL and first item. So that I'll only get the first URL and it should be good now. Perfect. So now you see so you can see that I like Doja Cat, Chloe and Halle, Dua Lipa, and The Weeknd. I only wanted the 3 top tracks, so let me just. Why do I see 4? I have 3 columns. I mean, I'm confused because I have 3 columns and I have 4. Well, I guess. So here I have the parameters time range. Maybe I have to check the code and make sure that I can't set the limit over there. So the limit is private. No, I have to make it public so that I can go ahead and then make a search. Yes, and I won't see the limit. So 3 close, and it should be Gucci. So let's move on. Now what I want to have is a little so for this I'm just going to add a border because I need to be able to see where the pictures end. Okay, I have my border. I'm going to remove it. I know it's ugly, but because I want like a cute little button like this, I want a play button. Let me change it. We're going to use the play. Ugh. Play. No, let me find another one. Like this. Yes, I love this. And I want, when you click on there, I want the track to open in Spotify and I want you to be able to play it. I could make a Spotify embed and play it directly in the app, but I don't want to bother with it right now. Maybe if I keep working on the app, I will add this functionality, but so far I feel like we're good with just having to playing it in Spotify and opening another page. So let me pick a color. Perfect. So now I have to add a link. How do I do this? Interesting. This element is clickable. No, this element is clickable. So I think that what I have to do is add style workflow. So when this I want you to open page. Yes, open the external website. Destination is going to be current sale top track item. External URL. Wait, what's the difference between the, let's try with the preview to see what is the preview exactly. I'm not sure, but let's see. Oh, yeah. Well, let me not get demonetized. Okay. So first of all, I would like it to be opened in first of all, yeah, I want it to be like open in a different well, no, different page, and I want it to be on Spotify. So let me try this external URL Spotify. Yes, that's what I want, but I would prefer it to open in another page. So let me find out how to do it. Okay. So let's find out how to do it. Okay, so I went on the Bubble forum where I go every time I don't know how to do something in Bubble. I mean, honestly, the forum is so helpful, and it should be like your first place to look at if you don't know how to do something. So apparently, you cannot open a link in a new tab with a workflow. So what we have to do is to fake it by inserting a link. So I'm going to delete this. And I'm going to add a link over there. I'm going to try to put it here. I'm just going to remove the text, so because I don't need any text there. Oops. And I want to send them to an external URL, open a new tab, and I just have to insert dynamic data. So the current sale user top track item, external URL, Spotify. And it should be good. Let's try with Chloe and Halle. Perfect. Yeah, I'm not going to play the music again. Don't want to get demonetized. So perfect. So now what could be cool, I think, is to have the name of the song over there. So maybe over there, over here, we could have the name of the song like this. Let me use. So, and then we're going to insert some dynamic data. So what we need right now is the name of the song. So what's it? I think over there it's called the track. Yes, name. I think it's the name. Okay, name. So this is okay. I want the name. Maybe I should. Yeah, I think this style is in white. So I need to create a new style. Maybe, but I'm going to do it later. Let me just see how it looks like. Let me close some tabs because it's going to slow down. Okay, this is way too big. Way too big. So let me make this 14. Okay. This looks better. Just maybe I'm going to try and center it a little bit. Let me try to center it horizontally. Okay, perfect. Let me center everything horizontally. Yeah. So yeah, this is quite annoying that I cannot see the text over there, but I mean it's working, so just copy. No. So just copy and paste. Oh yes, I thought that perfect. We're going to put maybe the name of the artist. Yeah, I don't think that we need to have the name of the album for this, so let's just find artist album artist name. So let's see what it looks like. Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's cute. Okay. So maybe I could add a little one over there, 1, 2, 3. I mean, yeah, let me not worry about this. This is good. I mean, I can add additional design detail afterwards, but let me just do what really needs to be done, and then I can maybe try to make it look a little bit pretty, but the goal is to have something to ship quite quickly, so I don't want to spend too much time on this. So good on that. The next step that I want to have is I want the user to be able to well get the save track. So if you go in Spotify, let me show you what it looks like. Close some tabs. So you can it's taking so much time. So you can have your, I mean, this is in French, but this is the equivalent to saved, I mean, like tracks, and then you have like all your tracks. So the goal is to get all the tracks of the user, get them in the database, and then to be able to have more flexible option, because right here, you know, it's quite annoying because you cannot really filter, you cannot really search, you cannot add tags, you cannot, I mean, it's quite limited. So the goal is to develop something more complex. So let's go ahead and do that. To do this, I tried it before, and we're going to need a plugin called ListShifter. So let me go back to the plugins. Let me collapse this. The reason why we need a plugin is that when I tried doing it without one, it wouldn't return. I wanted to get the list of tracks, but I want to create the tracks one by one in the database. And well, without a plugin, it was returning all the elements as only one string, so all the tracks would be in one string. And what I need is to have a different track in the database. So each track should be one entry in the database. Okay, so my computer is not happy. Wait a minute. Oops. Let's go ahead and download this plugin. It's free. Okay, there we go. Perfect. So now we're going to go ahead and try the plugin. I don't know why this keeps disappearing. Show it. Okay. So now we can find the list shifter plugin over there. So this is what it looks like, but it won't be shown on the page. When you click on preview, you will see that this disappears. See, you cannot see it, so it's perfect. So what we can do over there is choose the data source. So what we have to get, we want to get the user's track, save track. So what's the difference between get save track and get save track item? I need to go and see. But, so we're going to get data from the external API, and it's going to be get save tracks.
Okay, so I'm back, and now that we have installed ListShifter, we have to create a new type in the database. So let's go.
First of all, we're going to have to create the data type song in a database, because so far we don't have any. So to do this, let's go back to the plugins. Let's initialize this goal. Okay, so to create the data type in the database, I need to define what values I want to return. So I'm just going to go through this list and get what I need. So I'm just going to do that, and I'll be back in a minute. So now I have all the values I want to get. So I'm done. What's wrong with this? It's sure not possible. Wait, let me check if I reinitialize the code correctly. So let's go back to plugin. Okay, so let me try to go ahead and create a new type, which is going to be song. To create it. So here are the fields that the type. So here are the fields that the song type needs to have. So I need to create the field name is going to be a date. I'm going to create, and it's going to be I'm just going to take the same name as Spotify for it to be clear. I'm going to add that this is the track. So this is the date the track was saved or liked. So okay, now we can go and see so track URL is going to be text, because this is going to be an image, but it's going to be URL. So we can go ahead and save. Yeah, yes, better. Also, I'm going to get the track album name. So it's going to be text. I'm going to get track album release date. It's going to be a date. I'm also going to need to get the artist URI. Okay, it's better like this. Text. Also, I'm going to need the track URI. So this is also going to be text. The track Spotify URL, same, still text, and then I need the track name, of course. This is also going to be some text. Okay, this is great. I got everything. Let's go back. I'm going to delete this and this. There seems to be some issues. Let me start over. Okay. So I'm going to create let me remove everything. Perfect. So I'm just going to create this shifter. So this type will be get save track item because this is what we're looking for. So I'm going to go there. Now I'm going to get data from an external API. So same, it's going to be get save track. And we're going to get the items. Perfect. Let me check. We do. Okay. So now we're going to add a button to be able to retrieve this. So I'm just going to go with import your save track. Okay. So now I'm going to have to start a workflow. So when this button is clicked, I'm going to have to click on ListShifter. Wait. So I'm going to have to go to plugins and actions. So I'm going to begin iterate a ListShifter. Where is it? Oh yeah, there it is. So okay, I'm going to iterate over the original list. Perfect. Then I go. So when so this is very confusing. But so this is the one we're looking for. So when the ListShifter is iterating, what I want to do is to create a new thing. Perfect. So this new thing is going to be a song, and now I can set my fields. So for example, the that is going to be this leaf shifter current iteration item. Set it up. Perfect. What I need is the artist URI. So I'm going to go again. So this leaf shifter current iteration item is going to be the track artist, track ID. I feel like this is not. Ah, yes, track artist, and then I'm going to look for the URI. Perfect. Then I need the name of the album. So same. Okay, so I've got everything now. We can try and see if it works, but first I just want to add something, just a little pop-up. Don't worry, you're going to make things look better in a minute, but I just want to add some pop-up that will say something like, maybe you can say your, I mean, something that would say your tracks are loading or something. Maybe I can add some, maybe I will add some kind of maybe a little GIF or something that turns to show that the process is complete. Because if you don't do it, it's quite unclear if an action is completed or no. So I'm just going to add this. Your tracks are loading. Perfect. So this is going to be hidden on the okay, I think it's hidden by default, so I don't have to do anything. Yeah, it's hidden by default. So let's go back to the workflow. So before you begin iterating, I just want to say to show the pop-up, show an element, and the element's going to be copy. So we're going to just maybe do this. So here's the workflow. You click on import your tracks, you get the pop-up, begin iterate. So this is not what we need. Bye. Okay, so you create the new song. And yeah, and maybe when it's done, we want to make the pop-up disappear. So let's go to when a list shifter is complete, when iteration is complete. I want you to hide the pop-up. Hey, okay, so let's try and see what it looks like so far, and then we can go into more advanced configurations to get all of the data. I'm going to click here. Okay, is it done? Let's see. Yeah, it's super quick. Okay. So yeah, because we didn't set a limit, so it got 20 entries, and as you can see, it was so. Oh, so you can see we have a problem here. We don't get the track name, so this is a problem. So we have the artist. I mean, everything is good. Everything is good aside from this. So we need to figure out. We need to figure it out. Okay. So where can we go to figure it out? Maybe we can go into this, and you're going to inspect, import your track. Well, yeah, I feel like I cannot see it because yeah, I think I need to run it step by step, so it's going to be easier to see what's happening in real time. Before I do this, because I don't want to get too many tracks, I'm just going to switch it up and add a limit of 2. I only want to get 2. So get this track there. Okay, we need 2. Oh yeah, I'm going to 2, and I'm going to close it, and I'm going to go in the plugins remove the value. Okay, so let's do it again. This time I'm going to have the debugger to see what's happening. So import your tracks, run next. Perfect. Then run next. And yes, perfect. So create a new song. So we're going to see why we cannot see the track name. So let's see. Okay, now we can see all that is returned when we run this this flow. And okay, track name is here. Okay, this is quite confusing because for this track, the track name is the name of the album because this is a single. But let's see what's happening over there. So we track album name. Then we have a track name. So let's try to run it next. So I need to go ahead in the data and fix it. No, so I have to go in the workflow, sorry. I have to go in the workflow and fix it. First of all, I'm going to add a pause between this and this because this is too quick. So let me just add a pause before next action. I'm going to add a pause. How much? Yeah, this is perfect. Because I want it to be shown. Again, start creative. I think I need to add. So let's go over there. What we need to do. Oh yeah, maybe it's, I think I need to add the pose here. The pose should be there indeed because okay, well, we're going to see if it works. So when creating new song, the name, oh, I just simply forgot because I had a track album name, but I forgot to add the name of the track name. So this is just my fault. It's no problem, just that I forgot to set up a track name. So let's do that. Yeah, I don't have a track name. So let's just go ahead and perfect. Create duration item. Let me see what I have a name. Yes, track name. Okay, this is correct. Now we're going to try it once again. Oh, what did I do? Quit. Okay. So I'm going to try once again, but this time also with the step-by-step debugger. So we're clicking. Next action is to show the pop-up. Then we have a pause. Yeah, I like having a pause because then you can see the status bar and you can feel like something is happening, something is moving. We're going to run this next. Then okay, a new song. So let's see. So track name, okay. So we have the track name and we have the track album name. That's perfect. Yeah, and we will. Yes, I didn't. This is a good thing because I didn't think that. Well, to me, when I was thinking of an artist, it would be one artist. But for example, this is a duet, so this means that I have to change the URI type to a list. Okay. And yeah, we're done. Let me stop. Yes. So this is perfect. Let me just go back to the data. Let me oh yeah, let me add the created date. Perfect. Yeah, you can see that those two have a name, so that this is good. These two have a name, and I'm just going to switch the URI over there, and I'm going to make it. Yes, I have to create a new field, so I'm just going to have to field track URI. It's the text. Yeah, I'm going to delete this one. Now I only have a list of text, and I'm going to have to go to the workflow and change it. Oh, I have to go back. Ah, yes, it's going to be under this. What's the problem? No, this is artist URI. Sorry. Wait, what am I doing? Why do I have it? Now I'm confused. What did I do? Oh yeah, so yeah, I was confused. What I needed to change was the artist URI, not the track URI. It's okay, we live and we learn. So let me create it again. Track URI. No, this is a text because there's only one track by default, and then artist URI. This is list of text. This was complicated, but we're getting there. Perfect. Track. Okay, we're moving, and I'm going to add list, I guess. This is the problem. So I'm going to add, and this evaluates to a list of text. Perfect. So
Okay, so we are done for now. In part 2 of this video, we'll explore filters, search, and other fun things.